Good morning, happy Saturday, or happy Sunday if you're watching this on YouTube. As you can see, Factorio is still loading. I'm catching up with myself this morning. I hit the go live button before the game was even up. It's one of those days. That's fine. We've got our save, right here. So I put up a poll on YouTube, the previous stream on Thursday, would that be the 20th was Thursday? I don't know what day today is. I think the 20th of February was a pretty scuffed stream. And I'm not going to upload it as a normal VOD in the playlist. It's not worth doing that. But I had asked in a poll on YouTube if folks wanted that, uploaded unlisted, sort of linked in the description, or and no one seemed particularly interested in that scuff video. So today we're going to start with a recap of what I did on Thursday, and sort of the state of things, what has been built and what's been updated, and then we're gonna dig right into what today's priorities are. So let's open up the map and let's kind of start bouncing around and see if I can remember what I did the other day. The big first thing was getting this built. This is new iron processing using the liquid iron. So this is the iron 1. Here we go, iron processing stage 1, which gives us another big boost in iron plates. I should probably be using the hot air recipe here, but I haven't plumbed hot air up here, and I don't necessarily need it right away. But that's a cheap upgrade to add on later if I need a few extra plates. This borax production is also sized to support. We go down here, steel using, or not steel, aluminum, also using the aluminum liquid process. That requires these high pressure furnaces turning some coke into these graphite rods, but is otherwise, and a horrible buzzing noise. I don't know if that's the ball mill. And also I apparently didn't account for needing to take gravel out of these. So that's first thing on the list is dealing with this byproduct here. Because I didn't account for that yesterday when I was setting this up. What else did I work on the other day? There was an issue down here somewhere. Previously I had steam for clay off of this coal belt here. That ash had backed up. This was a band-aid fix, but that is now just running off of gasoline. This is a great place to just drop an oil burner and be done with it. So I did. Up here, there is now chromium processing happening. I'm piping in the creosote here, to make the sand castings on site. And this is all chromium, so I have a box with a couple hundred chromium in it. And I've got a place over... Where did I put it? I put a temporary factory. Here we go, down here. And I need to bring the chromium in. But this will start giving me medium power poles. And I just put this here because this is where I already had aluminum and copper and the ashless fuel belt next to each other. There's literally no other reason this is all here, except that all of those other things are here already. So this is where I'm going to bring chromium at first, and then I wanted to have the medium power poles before I start working on my my new sort of mall, which I think is going to be the big priority for today, is the mall. Oh, coffee. Okay. Is there anything else that I did last time that matters in a big way? I don't think so. There were some other definite, like, fixes and band-aids around the base, but I don't recall them off the top of my head, and I don't think they were super critical. The big new thing is this iron production and the chromium production, and then the upgraded aluminum production below. So let's get this upgraded aluminum production actually running. That's going to be an important next thing. Oh, and I switched stone over here to gas furnace because I redid aluminum with electric miners here, so we don't have a coal belt anymore for aluminum with the new process. So these no longer have a fuel on them. We're just doing using a little bit of gasoline there, because I have so much gasoline after building this monstrosity. Yeah. How's this doing? This should be slowly maybe emptying. Trying. Something I'm going to need to do that's not on my to-do list is more oxygen production, because we need it down here. Here, where I'm doing this one, we feed in oxygen to this sort of main oxygen pipe, but we're also going to need more oxygen up here for iron. This uses oxygen in these furnaces. Don't think aluminum needs... No, aluminum uses the electric arc furnaces, so it doesn't need oxygen. But that is going to be important, is getting oxygen routed everywhere we need it and making sure we're making enough of it and making sure the hydrogen byproduct of that is still being routed up into these machines to make gasoline. Interesting that this pipe is empty when it looked like this was not pumping. Means I am missing a connection somewhere. Thought this was connected. Pump. Yeah, 100. Going up, going up, going up, going up, going up. To the right, still going up. To the right some more, still going up. That's not connected here? Did I just, like... Alright, I gotta go see what I did here. In person. Where's the hydrogen pipe? Hydrogen. What do we got? This goes to... pipe to ground. Goes to... Oh, my goodness. I'm just this bad at this game. Yep, this has been wrong forever. What? Why? Where does this pipe go, and what's it for? Okay, this is the creosote out. Understand what I did here. Why this is, like, weirdly aligned like this. And why this wasn't connected. That should be connected. There you go. That's hydrogen up again. Yeah. This is topping off. Perfect. It's pumping in. And these are going to run. Making gasoline. Which means these should all shut off. Okay. Perfect. Now, let me find this creosote pipe and get it reconnected. I want to understand what I was doing when I dragged this pipe. I must have done something weird with it. All right. There is where I need the pump. That's fine. I have no idea what I was doing with this. But there we go. That should be better. And this creosote pipe is going up to iron, making sand castings. And it should have the priority output. Yeah, we have some extra ones. Cool. This gets the stone before it goes off onto the stone belt, which I haven't hooked up yet, obviously. So we will do something similar, I think, down here with the gravel. Let's flip to YAFC and let's double check that the math on that's going to work. Aluminum. If I turn gravel to sand and sand to sand castings and allow overproduction of gravel. Yeah, we're fine. We will spit out a bunch of gravel. We need a little bit of creosote. That's fine. Cool. Yep. Okay. Let's do this then. 0.5 a second, 0.5 a second. That's fine. Okay. So we're going to have a jaw crusher here. Again, priority output to the right. Just for the jaw crusher. Drop that down here. This will turn gravel into sand. Let's move it over so I don't have to drop down another power pole. Yeah. Okay. And then we will have a tar processor, which will turn that sand into sand castings. Should be able to bring down the creosote pipe from up here somewhere. Oh, what a mess. Yeah, here we go. This is where creosote is already coming down. And this is the creosote that goes down to make our treated wood. So yeah, I can fork off of that, right? Like, I don't know, here-ish. Let's do it like here. All right. This has creosote and sand. And then the castings need to make it over to this doodah. Yeah. How do I feel like routing this? If I tweak this a little bit, I can route it like right here. So we're going to tweak this a little bit. Let's pull this down. And go here to there. Okay. And then to like there. And then one more for good measure to there. Perfect. Okay. And then this thing, output here, and go just like that. In theory, this makes 2 a second, but in practice, we only need 0.1 a second for our aluminum. And this needs to be just putting gravel in. Fill gravel, please. Thank you. Otherwise, we're going to end up with a bunch of aluminum in it. Where is this into these? And this goes into these. Okay. Oh, and we are just spitting out aluminum plates. Look at that. It's so beautiful. Perfect. This is going to take a little bit to catch up on the number of plates that it can make, just because we've got a bunch of this aluminum buffered. But, oh, I need to do the same thing on this one, or else we're going to have a bad time. Once it catches up, we're going to be in a good place, aluminum-wise, which I am excited about. Okay. So that is aluminum done, and I think I can check this one off. Chromium is still listed on the to-do list, even though I built it, because I need a few more of these fluid mining drills to get built before chromium is officially done. But it is very much nearly done. How are we doing here with steel? We've got half a belt left somehow. Not for very much longer, I don't think, but yeah, a few thousand more iron here. That's fine. I'm glad I got the new iron set up, because ultimately this will have to turn into the belt feeding steel production, and this iron is just going bye-bye, because I don't have a source for iron here anymore. I should just take down this whole thing that feeds this old copper, but I think in my brain I was going to eventually put some miners on and just feed a little extra copper in and mine this out, and I just never did. So maybe I should do that just to clear this patch, but that's a low priority. Let's get... any others look broken here? No. Okay. Chromium here, even though it's not running at full capacity, I should still be able to route this down to this factory and get these medium power poles going, because these are the last sort of item that I need to start working on the new mall. And finally be spending a lot less time handcrafting, because I will have more of my intermediates constantly available to me. I am just so excited about. You have no idea. Really? Fine. Sometimes Factorio just be like that. Okay. Let's get this belt run down. Oh, and I will have to deal with this gravel byproduct, because... Why don't we have... Wait. Oh, we ran out of coal gas. That's, interesting. How's that coal gas processing going on up at Syngas here? We overflow it to burn, but we don't overflow it to syngas. Okay. This needs an overflow before it goes to syngas, so that we always have a little bit available for mining. And then, you know, this one is threshold 80. We want this one to be threshold, like, 70, or make the syngas threshold 80 and make this threshold 90. Doesn't really matter. But right now, we're turning it all into syngas. Which, like, yeah. We've got syngas and syngas and tar happening. Yeah, and then this loops around, and tar goes input in here. Backed up on middle oil because we're backed up on aromatics. Okay, and that's fine. Oh, yeah, this is the new fuel pipe that I built with this. I think I did some of this work last stream, how I have these pipes set up. Basically, I have overflow valves for both the gasoline and the aromatics into these tanks, and then whenever these tanks are full, one of these systems will turn on and push that contents into the fuel pipe. So right now it's aromatics, and aromatics are probably pretty backed up. Yeah. Gasoline is also backed up. Okay, they're both on. So essentially, in this sort of degenerate state, this falls back to what it was before, which is just whatever's pumping wins. Yeah, if aromatics are greater than gasoline, and this goes if gasoline is greater or equal to aromatics. Okay, so this one's on because they're equal. But yeah, whichever one of these has more gets pumped. That's just the situation. And then, oh, that's okay. I did set this up slightly smarter. It's not whichever one wins. It's whichever one has. Yeah, if aromatics is higher, pass aromatics. If gasoline is higher, pass gasoline. Okay. So we pass whichever fuel is basically more backed up. We don't know what happens on the other side of these valves, obviously. But they're not a valve on this side? Oh, I didn't put a valve on gasoline, and that makes sense, because gasoline is always a fuel. We only overflow aromatics. Okay, that makes sense. I'm trying to remember what I did the other day. I'm sorry. But yeah, this is the new fluid pipe. It's only gasoline and sometimes aromatics, and everything else is being processed in some way and used as part of the system, which is flippin' incredible. Okay. But I do need to fix this so we're not burning coal gas that we need for mining fluid into syngas when we don't have, well, I mean, eventually it'll just back up the syngas, right, if we don't have syngas to make. But it would be better to have an overflow valve here and maybe even add a tank, a buffer to the coal gas down near to this. I assume I have a pump. Yeah, I have a pump here. So adding a buffer on this side of this pump would not be terrible. But I will do that the next time I wander over in that direction. For now, I just want to start getting this plumbed in. I guess going down is reasonable. This is a stone output belt here, but I will just bring that over. right into like there. This doesn't have to be a super efficient factory for these medium power poles. It just has to be enough to get me started until I can get my real mall built up. All right, there we go. This is not... do this way so that this can still be inline buffer. Cool. Then merge it back in. Yes. Okay. Perfect. So this will serve as a buffer a little bit, and I'll be able to grab from it as needed. I guess there's no reason to cap this. Chromium is pretty self-contained here. Okay. So that will make its way down to medium power poles. Oh, I need to clean out this inventory. What a disaster. These ones I have set to sort of limited ones because I fully expect these to, these will suck up all of my available resources if I let them, and I don't want to let them. Ooh, there we go. Some chromium in my inventory. There are medium power poles starting to happen. Oh yeah, we're cleaning out this inventory a little bit. I love it. Let's go around and see if I can drop off some of the other things in my inventory. And here's the gravel. Oh dear, that's not what I meant to do. Gravel, nothing else. Up here, we're gonna have, let's see, what's aluminum backed up on? Aluminum's just backed up on aluminum. Okay. I said I wanted to put a tank on this side, so let's just do that. That way, this will always... Yeah. Because these pipes can fill up, but... Alright. That will hopefully buffer a little more of this coal gas when it comes through from up here. And then the other thing I wanted to do with the coal gas was set up some other overflow here. So if this one is overflow on input greater than 80, this one can overflow on input greater than 90 before we push through to burning coal gas into ash as like a final sink for it, if nothing else. Cool. And then this is 0 right now because we're not actually making enough coal gas. That's fine. Didn't think that would be a problem, but apparently it is. And then here, this wants to pump gasoline because gasoline is higher, but... Yeah. I should probably change this. Right now, this, like, one is bigger than the other. I had talked about doing some sort of, I want to call it a Schmidt trigger, which it kind of is what I'm thinking. But a little bit of hysteresis in the system. That's the word I was looking for. Using circuits. And I do have the circuit combinators now that I can do that. I just have to decide I feel like building that circuit. But we'll see if this does what's needed and keeps things moving. And if I do have to switch to add that hysteresis to the system, I will do so. But what this should do is it should just keep pulling gasoline until, yeah, this is 39. Gasoline is now below aromatics, because aromatics are also backed up. Swaps, aromatics get pumped. And as both of them get pumped out, the system turns on, because we're actually burning fuel. That'll give us the coal gas we need, which should start to go into this tank. Maybe. Yes, but no? I mean, there's some in here. Consumes 10 per mining operation, 84 in it. Why are you not doing the mining? I am very confused. Also, I should put this up here. Save a pipe. Well, there they go. Unsure what the threshold is for these to actually decide to mine. Used. There's coal gas in this pipe, right? Yes. Yes. These all have 80 some odd. Interesting. Wait, and when I disconnect it, they run? What? These ones ran. Oh, it has to be over 100 before they run. Interesting. They have to buffer enough before they turn on. Fascinating. Okay. Sure. Whatever. They're working now. That's what matters. Drop off this from my inventory. Let's head up to iron, because I have some iron ore to drop off and a bunch of borax to drop off as well. So I can do that up here. Drop off some of this borax. Drop off some of this iron ore. Drop off some of this raw borax. All right. That is looking good. This is not on the main oxygen system yet. That's still on the to-do list, so this won't run at full capacity. But I'm also not pulling from it yet, so it doesn't matter. Okay. I'm pretty happy with that. What do I need if I wanted to make one of these? I need some duralumin, a bunch more small parts. Okay, I can do that. I don't want to be using these for everything. They're very expensive to build, and I have plenty of ashless fuel to run normal burner assemblers. But for small parts and some other things, we're going to be inserter limited. I talked about this a little bit in the last one, the stream that I canceled the VOD for. But like if we look at all of these factories involved in making small parts, they are 100% inserter limited. So we're not gonna deal with that. And these automated factories are just bigger. That is fundamentally what they're good at, is being big. So we can get more inserters on them and be able to have a much more robust small parts factory. trying to upgrade small parts to burner assembler 2s would just not be worthwhile. Not sure what these would be worthwhile at all for, in as far as what I have that's really machine limited. And yes, I know I still need to deal with the gravel byproduct from aluminum. I'm surprised that's not backed up yet, but is it probabilistic? Oh, it's probabilistic. Okay, yep. And right now it's all still going into this. Okay. And that's fine. This will back up on sand castings, and we'll have plenty of them to sort of keep the cycle going whenever these run. Apparently not often enough. And then I will eventually have to take this gravel off of here and do something with it. And by do something, I probably mean route it over to... not this. That's wood... here? Yeah, here. Where we make concrete. Question mark. Where this is supposed to turn on if... okay, this just hasn't gotten backed up enough. That's funny. Yeah. Gravel's greater than 2. Okay, so as soon as this runs again, this will spit out a couple more gravel, and then these will turn on and start turning gravel into sand, which will come down here and sink the gravel. So that's fine. I could probably change this so that it reads the belts instead and relies on if there's more than a certain amount of gravel on the belt. And I think that's what I'm going to have to do once I'm routing in this gravel from aluminum up to this system. Because I don't want the aluminum gravel to get blocked up, and I don't want to add another condition on gravel in the outputs. Oh, I guess I could. I could run that circuit network over and say if the gravel in any of the outputs is too high or something. Not sure that's worth it versus just measuring the belt. That seems the better way to me, is just like measure if a belt so many squares back from the splitter merger is like full, it has however many items, 4 items on it, then we're backed up and you should turn this on and it starts flowing through. I think that's reasonable. Okay, that's fine. I'll do that when I decide this needs it, basically. Let's flip over to YAFC again, and let's make a new small parts factory. Let's get that going. So we're gonna make small parts. Oh, that's casting stage 3. These are very advanced researches. Okay, we're not there yet. And we're gonna say you're in an automated factory. That's fine. And we're gonna make... I'm gonna pretend like I'm building these at full capacity. We'll see if that's possible. I don't think I'm making the iron plates for it, but it might be nice to have this equipped as if I'm actually capable of making the iron plates for it. And yeah, you can see even with yellow inserters, we need 13 inserters just for bolts. So maybe we run it at half speed. We say we want 5 a second. This is still a huge number of small parts. But that gets us down to 7 inserters, and 2 inserters. All right, so we're making bolts the old-fashioned way. And this also needs to be an automated factory just because of how many inputs and outputs we have. Automated factory. Yeah. Oh, this is 2 automated factories taking in the iron plates, feeding into bolts, which feed into this. The other one will be copper cable. Again, automated factory. Yeah. And then gears, probably again. No, we can do this one in, well, this is a burner assembler, actually. Although that wants 4 inputs, so maybe it is an automated factory. Maybe all of these are just automated factories. And if we call it 10, if we build it for full capacity, which is, again, ridiculous, but if we pretend for a second, you know, we need 4, yeah, so this will be like 8 inserters out, 4 of these, 12 of these, 12 of these. That's bigger even than an automated factory can put on the side of it, right? So, I need to go grab the parts for this, though, which is going to be small parts and duralumin. That's right. I had mentioned that earlier. Small parts are down here. And duralumin will be here. We can take apart some of this mess. All right. Yeah, that's leaving just 4 of these, which is plenty. That's enough for how much steel production we have. So that's fine to leave that like that. This should be, yeah, slowly draining still. Excellent. And over here, I should have plenty of duralumin. Excellent. Okay. So let's go ahead and... Wait, what else do I need for this factory? 2 gearboxes. Why can't I build those? Oh. Oh, that's right. I forgot about fish oil. Okay, well then we're just building burners. I don't care. We're doing it live. I don't feel like dealing with fish oil yet, so I'm not making those. It's that simple. That's it. All right. And ooh, I need inductors if I'm going to build a bunch of assemblers. That's fine. Those are down here somewhere. Inductors. Yeah. And how am I on circuits? I could use a few more circuits. Let's grab those. Okay. Perfect. Build a bunch of assemblers. So I think the small parts are going to look more or less like what we have here. Except I will use yellow inserters instead of gray inserters to get a little bit more throughput. Yeah. We're just still going to be... Interesting. Why do I have a third? Oh, for fuel, of course. That's why I have an extra one there. I will probably adjust some of the shape and size of this so that it's aligned on the belts a little bit better. But this will be sort of the fundamental construct. Okay. Let's... Oh. Oh, sorry. Stream is calculator. Thank you. Wrong one. Here we go. Sorry about that. I was just talking about rebuilding small parts in the new mall, and it's going to be basically the same thing, just maybe positioned slightly differently, so it so the belt doesn't have to do the ridiculous things that it does down here. But since I don't have fish oil for gearboxes yet, I am not in the mood to set that up before I do my new mall. So we are not going to be making automated factories. We're just going to deal with burner factories for the new mall. Otherwise, I'm going off on a whole fish ordeal, and that sounds like pie alien life, and that sounds like something I don't want to deal with right now. So I was thinking about here-ish for the new mall. I'm going to have to cover up some water for it, but it's a big empty space without any mineral patches in it. So I think we start at the beginning and just start going through the various bits and pieces of not rods, sticks? Is that what they're called? Sticks, yeah. All right, iron sticks is 2 to 4. We're gonna take not those inserters. Three out means, well, 1.5 in. I'll do 2 in. That'll be fine. That goes into bolts, which is 1 to 1. And that goes into small parts. Over here, we're going to have gear wheels, which is 4 to 2. So that's going to be 2 inputs, 1 output. And I'll have the extra input for fuel. That's fine. These are also going to need fuel inputs. And then top is going to be copper coming in, copper wire. That is also 2. Okay. And then our output on this is 2. Buffer that. Not too aggressively, but a little bit. All right, that'll be iron in, so copper in. Copper is down here. I can fork off the copper like so. We'll output priority right, because that's still the old mall, and it's also science, so I don't want to lose that before I get this new bus built. Otherwise, copper come right down here, and I need hundreds and hundreds more inserters, belts. Probably also inserters, actually. May as well grab them. And undergrounds. And do I need pipes? I'm okay on pipes. Okay. So there is that. And then the other thing that we're going to need coming on this side is, of course, fuel. Like so. Beautiful. And then I need to bring in the iron here from where I'm making it, which isn't too far away. Really? Well, if have to use an underground, I will at least get my money's worth and use the full length. All right, that is iron, and then we will also need to add fuel to that belt. How do I do that? I want to do some shenanigans here, I think. Output, right, it's just the copper plates. Right, and then output left will be everything else. That's fine. We split that. We rejoin copper. And then we take this under. There we go. That should do what I need. Yeah, okay. Perfect. And then start dropping. Oh, said I was going to make medium power poles for this, and now I'm just dropping regular power poles all over the place like a plebeian. Let's go see how many medium power poles we have. Ooh, yeah. Okay. That's absolutely gorgeous. That is one less consumer of wood in my life as well, which is fantastic. Okay, these should have, oh yeah, all the range I need. Well, almost. Let's see. This is 2 to 4, so 1.5. So we have a little extra capacity for fuel. That's fine. Same here. 1.5 has a little extra capacity for fuel. Okay. That is first small parts of a slightly faster factory. 50% faster just by virtue of the faster inserters, I think. And I'm going to buffer a little more of this as well because I feel like I'm always grabbing this. But we can start now. Well, I guess I have to decide what I want in here. Obviously, belts, inserters, underground splitters, all of those things. Pipes, again, need to go in. But also, you know, steam engines are super common, right? So, like, let's actually just get this going right now. Let's get a steam engine factory, right? So that's going to be, like, steam engines need small parts, iron plates, and pipes. All right. So this one will make pipe. Bop. There's not going to be a huge amount of rhyme or reason to where I put all of these individual parts. I'm just going to make a big old line of machines building things for me. let's do this actually one further away. And there is a rhyme and reason to that, at least. Although maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe I'm going to end up needing to use undergrounds anyway. Okay. So this wants... What are our ingredients? 20 to 16 to 10. Okay. So if I have 2 here, that's my 10. So that would be, well, 3 here. Okay. So yeah. Definitely need to get my yellow inserter factory built up soon. And then this is making pipes. I don't want to be too concerned about the ratios. I just don't want to be, like, obviously starving something without enough inserters for no good reason. And then this also needs small parts, which I will split off like... Not there. There. And then an output and a box. And we'll leave a couple of stacks of those at all times. And this is going to be small parts limited, but that's fine. Okay. So that's steam engines. And if I need to grab those and route them to any other part of the thing, I can do so. What else do I need on here that I'm always building? Let's just start looking at, like, okay, yep, steam engines. Steam engines. Oh, miner drills would be good to have, both burner and regular. Let's look at those in production. Okay, these need stone furnaces. I need to bring stone over here and have a little furnace factory that I can feed other things with. That's fine. And these are just small parts, plates, and circuits. And I don't have circuits on here yet. But that will also be fine. So if I... let's call this one electric miners. And right next to it, we will do... these ones. Then I guess same here. And then coming up the middle here, I can bring in circuits. Nope, that's where I want my circuits to go, Brandon. Be smarter. Down there, I guess, and up here, that's fine. And then here, again, small parts. Same deal. Not, again, right there. Let's try that correctly. There. Okay. Okay. So both of these need other things that aren't routed in yet. This will need circuits. This needs stone going to furnaces, and I will need other things that use furnaces, like boilers. That makes me kind of want to do... whatever, it doesn't matter. Let's throw another set of assemblers on, except instead of steam engines, we'll make boilers in this one. This one doesn't need... Okay. I get all of that with one, and yes, I can. Okay. And what are you missing? Oh, furnaces still. Okay, that's fine. So let's get that figured out. Let's find stone. This is the stone belt here. Okay. So this goes to landfill. That's fine. This goes off and does stone. I think this is ultimately used for science at some point. Yes, it's used for sodium alginate, for latex, for science production. Okay. But I think if I split it like here... what is this? Oh, this was... I know what this was. And it is now defunct. That was previously burning coal gas into ash on the old coal setup, but that is not a thing and has not been a thing for a while, so that's fine. So I want to split this stone and get it up here somewhere. Where do I want to do that? I guess I can just do it here. This is fine. Question is, will this go all the way? No. Okay. That means we're going over here, kind of sneaking through, which isn't fantastic, but I have done worse. And then let's bring it up here. We also want fuel for it, so we'll add another splitter to this nonsense. Okay. That will be stone. Think. Yep, there it goes. Okay. Stone with fuel for it, so this can come over here. This is going to be one assembler making stone furnaces. Yes. All right. Let's put that where I've already got power. There's nowhere where I have power for this one, so it doesn't matter. Okay. And I need to drop these down to miners and to boilers. Okay. All right. That will be boilers and non-electric miners on the mall. Let's see. These need electric miners and fluid Mark 1s. Fluid Mark 1s need burner miners, inductors, a bunch of stuff that I don't have on here yet. I do need to bring up inductors and circuit boards. Should I buffer these? I should probably buffer these. That's... yeah, that's fine. 2 stacks is fine. Sure, all of these are set at 2 stacks. Okay. I guess next I should set up belts and inserters I'm going to want them anyway. So let's go ahead and do those, because those are going to be a pretty standard build. Let's see, what do... Your belts, circuits, and plates. You're just belts and plates. Belts are small parts and iron plates. Okay. So if I do like this, you'll be belts. You will feed your two neighbors. Okay. This one, I want to let it just really go hog wild. And okay, you need small parts to come in, that's fine. And you'll need circuits to come in. Okay. Let's get small parts. That will just be... something like that. Except, of course, that I want that to be... We have no iron plates. We have no iron plates because we have no oxygen, which I knew was going to be a problem. Okay. I'm going to have to get that hooked up before this can really turn on. But that is fine. Drop some plates in these machines just to get them bootstrapped. Okay. And then there will be coming into this, of course, a belt for circuits that I'm going to have to find a source for. Next is going to be the inserters. Long-handed inserter. Okay, takes the yellow inserters. So these are kind of in a row. More small parts. Oh, and a bunch of other ingredients. That's going to be a hassle. All right, well, I'll leave a factory for it, and I'll figure out the routing after. All right, so if I do... Oops. Like this sort of thing. Build another factory. Build another few of them. Into my yellows. Then I can do... these for small parts. This one just needs fuel, right? Yep. Under here... Okay. That's more or less doing what I want it to do. And then this needs an output, of course. All right, I want to get this turned on because I want to be able to start grabbing parts from this mall as I'm building it so I don't have to run down to the new mall. So that means I need... I need another power pole. And then this will be off of the circuits. So you'll go there, which I can't build. Whatever circuits looks like, it'll come over here. Do the same thing. Come in there. We'll also have one for Duralumin somewhere. Sure. Okay, that looks fine, such as it is. This can go someplace more productive. Okay, let's get oxygen hooked up. And that means I think... So I can either electrolyze just... I have a couple of options. I can make muddy sludge from soil and electrolyze that to make water and oxygen. Or I can electrolyze water and have more of a hydrogen byproduct. I don't think I actually want the hydrogen byproduct right now. This system actually makes more gasoline if it's not burning hydrogen. Because the process that makes gasoline without hydrogen creates more coke. And that coke will ultimately be recycled into more of the fluids that make gasoline. So the question then is, does that extra coke make up for however much extra power I need to make... Here, let's flip to EFC and let's do some thoughts on making oxygen. I want oxygen. I need how much for how much iron I'm making? 96.1 a second. Cool. We'll call it an even 100. Okay. So if we just do water electrolysis, the hydrogen has to go somewhere. That's 10 electrolyzers burning 103 megawatts. Fine. Other option, is 30 electrolyzers. This cannot possibly make up for the cannot possibly make up for we need to add, there's this more soil coming in here. 2,500 water a second. No. This is using so much power, so much more power. Okay. Yeah, it's worth having the hydrogen byproduct. Okay. So that is what we will do. Oh, not you. Water electrolysis. Okay. So yeah, 10 of these. Yeah, like a third of the power. Alrighty. And I'm gonna do maybe 15. I don't know. I don't know how much oxygen I actually need, but I need it for more than just the iron, right? I need it also for this thing. Whatever this is, antimony. So let's find a place where I can just do that electrolysis, and it's probably right over here, because this is kind of the start of the oxygen pipe anyway. Yeah. And we have a water input here already? Yes. Yeah, so I can just tap off of this water and do a bunch of electrolysis right here. Feed that right into this oxygen pipe, and then feed the hydrogen up to wherever it needs to connect up here. Whatever this nonsense in my life is. This pipe. There it is. Yeah. That's not terrible. I just need the stuff to make as many electrolyzers, which is not cheap. So let's get going on that. Steel. I have steam engines, and I have these things up here now. Okay, let's grab those. Let's grab those. Make another 5 of these. Okay, we're still gonna make some. Let's get more pipes at least, so we're not doing that. Pipes. What do I need for one more of these? More small parts. Always small parts. Okay. That's 10, which, again, probably not quite enough, but I can always add more. Because these will... This will just scale, right? This is pretty easy to... Okay. That is water in. Almost. Water in. Back this here. And then water. Oxygen out. And hydrogen out. This pipe needs to go off that general direction. Where are you at? Wow, those have probably been sitting disconnected the entire time. That's cool. At any rate, there's oxygen, and then hydrogen can go here. Maybe. How do I want to route the hydrogen? Maybe I should go up this side. Yeah, let's go up that side instead. That'll be cleaner. Ooh, I need to put pumps on in my new mall. That was on my to-do list, as I recall. Where's hydrogen? Here's hydrogen. Okay. And we just need a... Where's the nearest power? Down here, I guess. Okay. That will push hydrogen in as best it can. I might need to add a buffer tank to this because it is already full. But that is now centralized oxygen. Yeah, I'll add a buffer tank. What can I build? Sure, 80. Why not? I have no strong feelings about how big this tank is. It just needs to... Oh, can't go on that side. That makes the fluid network too big in the wrong direction. But it can go on this side. Can it go down? Is that okay? Yeah. Alright, well, this is going to try to keep running itself. I need more consumption of gasoline still, I think, for my whole system to really run effectively. But with that up there, we can take this down here. Okay, how are these ones doing? Not quite emptied. That's fine. I will let those fully empty. I do want to put a pop-up valve here. Didn't do. Instead of just pushing at all times when O is less than 90. Be a high top-up valve. That way these will run before this system runs so that these don't back up. That's basically it. And then up here, I will need a similar... Yeah, we want to pull from the main oxygen pipe into this system when there's no oxygen. So that this side of the system doesn't back up. Yeah, we can do that. Let's head up there and let's get that oxygen pipe running down to where we need it. Oh. Here we go. All right. So again, if O is less than 90, pump it in. And I need pipes. Here, does it want to build? Oh, it's these. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. I can get those prepared, actually. Okay. Undergrounds. Couple of extra of these. One of those. All right, we are getting perilously close to this. I think I want it to come from over here. Yeah, like that. And then this is where the hydrogen comes from, so I'm sure I can manage route oxygen along a similar path. All right, I want to make sure that I have all of this connected, because this will probably need a pump somewhere on it, and I don't want to accidentally realize that. Okay, yep. It is connected all the way through. Perfect. Oh, what do I need for engine units? Iron plates. Okay. Definitely got to get pumps on the bus. That, or not on the bus, on the mall rather. That will be a big achievement. Ooh, stop making small parts too. That's no good. Okay. Make a couple extras. All right. That is... Oh no, I need to get power up here. All right. That should get this running now. Yep, there they go. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. That's so much iron. It feels ridiculous to say that. This isn't even a full belt. You know, this will make a full belt, but it needs more raw iron processing coming into it before it'll do that. But, like, this feels like so much iron. It really does. Okay, cool. So that should get a lot of this bootstrapping again and running more effectively. The next things to think about with this is bringing in the other materials, right? So for engine units, I need aluminum, although I may also want to think about there's a recipe. Yeah, pipe small parts in aluminum. There's another one that uses belts and duralumin. So I may want to be prepared to switch to this recipe. I don't think I'm going to start with it because I think it's purely... Yeah, we switch aluminum. Excuse me. Ooh. We switch aluminum for duralumin and add belts. So that is fine. That's easy to prepare for. And I'm going to want to spot somewhere for belts anyway, because I will want to be making long-handed inserters as well once I get belts going. Speaking of, I was going to leave a spot for those. Yeah, that's fine. It would be like that, this, and that. And then this needs more small parts. Which I will do like that. Fuel in. You need circuit boards and duralumin. Yep, okay. both of these need circuit boards. This is the circuit board belt. All right. That. Something like that. And then, yeah, we have a bunch of other stuff to bring in here. Chromium and iron nexylate antimony and circuit board. Well, circuit boards we have, and belts, and God knows what else. I didn't really plan when I did this the way I did it with all of these things. There's no place to bring in rubber belts if I want to switch to this better recipe. I think I'm going to have to move away from this, like, direct insertion to these two things if I want to do that. So I may end up disassembling this belt part and moving it down here when I have rubber belts coming through so I can expand it. However, that is a ways away. Oh, and a lot of these, do you need iron plates? No, that's just for fuel. So we don't have to use... Duralumin is a lot cheaper than it was, but it's still not cheap. So let's not use yellow inserters when we don't have to, right? Okay. I say as I just drop another yellow inserter where I definitely don't need it. What else do I need up here? I need to make pipes still. Undergrounds. How are we doing on this oxygen pipe? Okay, it's buffering. But probably... I wouldn't be surprised if this hydrogen tank is nearly full already. Yeah. So this is going to slow down on oxygen production once hydrogen starts backing up, and that just means that I need to keep finding sinks for gasoline so we can burn off our hydrogen, unfortunately. And that shouldn't be as much of a problem as it is, but such is life. Make sure that this is, yeah, doing the right thing in general. See, this pipe is interesting. Okay, that's pushing that way. You're on. Why is this not 0? Don't have a condition. This is at 75. You should be just pumping what's in here straight out. Pump. Shouldn't you? At some point, there's certainly... Oh, what a mess. Yeah, this pump. And that's fine. This side is aromatics. Because... Yeah, when they're equal, it wants to pump gasoline. The gasoline pump is on, but there's aromatics in this pipe. This pipe can't drain until the gasoline drains from the next length of pipe, right? It'll kind of toggle back and forth and fill up the pipes. That's fine. But what I don't understand is... Oh, it's... Oh, here we go. Why this is sitting at this 6 gasoline when I know that there's stuff that it could be pumping out. This is... Yeah, 75. Why isn't this pump pumping? Oh, this pump is full of aromatics. Oh, okay. Yo comprendo. I guess I could fix that by putting 2 pumps in parallel and setting the 2 filters, right? So we would always have a gasoline pump and an aromatics pump. That way, if we do this, where this side presumably switched to aromatics, filled up this pump, but this side never drained, right? So it's not pumping across because this pump is full of the wrong thing. This will have to drain before this will dump its aromatics out. Then it can start pumping gasoline again. And this will only drain when... Does this fuel anything except... No, this will only drain when we need ceramics. Which, like, admittedly, is always. But... fascinating. I don't know if I care enough to fix that. This is a pretty small issue, all things considered. And again, the more I just get stuff actually burning fluids, the less this will be a problem for me, right? So I think I'm going to choose not to care about that. What I am going to want to do is get circuits and inductors up at the new mall. And the question is, do I build new circuits or do I run a brand new 5-kilometer belt? These are the choices. Neither of them is great. I don't really want to build a new circuit plant. This one is nowhere near its limits as far as, like, its capabilities and what I'm consuming. It's just in the worst possible place compared to where I decided to drop my new bus. But I only need to run the one belt, right? It would be circuits, and I would take inductors too, right? And I would run a split belt. We're waiting on batteries. Batteries are waiting on wood. Oh, don't be out of wood again. I'm out of wood again. Also, my science hasn't been running. I should look into that. Yeah, I'm out of wood because I'm not making a lot of ash. And I'm not making a lot of ash, presumably because science hasn't been running. So let's figure out what's going on with that. Don't have planter boxes. Don't have planter boxes. Because I don't have wood. This is concerning. For a number of reasons. Okay, I do prioritize making fuel over pushing wood through, which maybe was the wrong choice, but it's the choice that I made. This is pushing through... I mean, I did, yeah, split off a bunch of this, and this is sort of re-backing up again from where I split it. So maybe the system will come back to life here. Maybe. I probably have a bunch of logs in my inventory again. I do. Let's just drop these off down at wood, and that will help get the system running again. I should really just have one of these that's like... Where do I want it? Where do I want this? I guess there wouldn't be bad. Okay. That way, when I have this extra wood, I can make sure that it's inserted right onto the bus, and I'm not dealing with it potentially getting routed away. I know it will get used for what I want it to get used for. And a couple of these, and I guess these. I don't have the circuit boards for yellow ones. That's fine. Okay. That should get science going again. Once I pick my thing. Is this science going? Do I have... Oh yeah, I have lots of Pi Science 1. I just don't have the automation science. Okay. Cool. Once that bootstraps, we should be in a better place. This should prioritize science. There we go. Although, I mean, this is also... Where does this go? Down to circuit boards afterwards? Yeah, that's lower priority than science, for sure. Alright. This will hopefully... Well, we're still not making a lot of ash here, which is going to slow down the system. Oh, I might need to run a belt of ash down from this. Unfortunately. Here we go, but we can see as science is coming back on, power demand is going to increase, which hopefully means that this will turn on a little bit again, and we'll get the ash we need going back to wood, which will have the positive reinforcement loop of causing more science to happen, which will demand more power, and it should all come back to life. I hope. I'm not totally convinced that that will work, but, you know, this factory basically runs on hope. Such is life. I should switch this to electric miners. That would be less demand on a lot of my system. Let's do that. Oh, I have no electric miners. I haven't gone down and grabbed circuits yet. I was going to do that, and then I didn't. Let's go get circuits that we need. I'm not going to start running the circuit and inductor belts yet. Do I have a better inductor recipe coming up? Probably not for a while. Yeah, the ceramic is the best one until... ever? For air core inductors? Okay. Yeah, this needs wood before it'll come back on. And then this will all start using more power, which will help with everything slowly coming back on. Also going to need some duralumin. I will need to route all of this stuff over as well to the new factory area. I've got 4 products, so again, this will be 2 split belts. Alright, so I need, I think 8 of these. Oh, I had some in my inventory already. Oops. Because, yeah, 2 a second means that 8 of these will fill. Belt. So that is fine. Then let's just get these going. Oh, of course, can't quite. And water, of course. Let's get that. Let's get this. Okay, perfect. So those should make, yeah, full belt of raw copper. Cool. So copper is back on. Here, how's iron? Iron is sporadic. Is iron sporadic because oxygen is sporadic? Yes, basically. Is the answer. And oxygen is sporadic because hydrogen consumption is sporadic because I'm not using enough liquid fuels. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Eh? Did I mess up this hydrogen? Alright, it pumps it into here, yes. Oh, I did mess it up. Look at that. Okay. Glad I caught that. There we go. Now we should have hydrogen coming up here. Yeah, pumping into here again. So these will be running. Beautiful. Well, I say beautiful, but, you know, they're going to fill up with gasoline. But at least we are using up some hydrogen. I could make a few more of these, but I think at this point... Well, maybe. I might be making enough hydrogen that I need them. I'm not really sure. Fluid ingredient shortage. Ah. Oh, yeah, and I put those in the wrong place. I am so good at this game. At least I'm catching these things now before it all turns into total nonsense. Let's get those, and they just go over one. Okay. That will do nicely. Yeah, output full. Not the oxygen output, that's for sure. Yeah, there's not a lot I can do about that. I might need to make more of those ionic upgraders. What do I need for these? Reformers, which is... Oh, just copper and iron plates. Okay. But as long as I've got oxygen, this should be pumping out. Well, it's trying. That's all I can say. It's trying. What do I need here? Just more plates. Okay. What's the reformer use? Oh, look, steam engines. Let's, I have those. Oh, that's real nice to see how quickly that builds when I have steam engines in my inventory already. Alright, right now we are limited by anthracene. Oh, I should put a belt balancer in here. I don't have plates for splitters. Wow, okay. Because what I see happening here is stuff is getting burned when half of this is empty, which means we want to put this lane balancer here, and that way this will take from both sides and shove it over. And we're not burning coke when we actually have a demand for it. Okay. I guess I should... Fish oil. No? Okay, this is fluid handling, but how do I actually make it? Probably with fish, but... Yeah, oh, it's under water animals. Render fish. Here it is. Bones, meat, skin, guts, and oil. So yeah, if I'm gonna get shafts and everything going that I'm gonna eventually need for trains, then I do need to do fish. Domestication. What I should do... I don't really need accumulators yet. Well, they might actually be nice because some of my things are gonna be bursty, right? Like I could hook up accumulators to a gas power plant, or oil power plant rather, right? Because this will run off of kerosene, I think. Is it kerosene that comes from heavy oil? I already forget. Doesn't matter. Whatever fuel that is. And I'm gonna need potentially to store that power and shunt it off to... We have the power switch. That under circuit. Power switch, yeah. So I can shunt those on and off, depending on how I need them. But I should definitely get all of these bits and pieces of power in queued. Definitely want oil power. If I look at cooling tower, what does this do? Oh, this turns steam into water. That's valuable, I think, because some things do have a steam byproduct. So let's get that. Coal power is not urgent because it's just an intermediate tech at this point. Renewables has tidal power, wind power. You know, I know these are not the most impressive power plants, but like, why not? And also biomass power. Getting the biomass power plant running, I think, would also be potentially huge for me. If only, again, as a resource sink that also provides power. So I'm going to call that my research. Get fish going, and then all the power plant stuff. I'm not even ready to start thinking about pushing into cotton guts yet and towards green science. I've got a long way to go before I get there. But having power options available to me seems good. So, how are we doing here? Yeah, these still aren't getting enough oxygen. Still not burning enough hydrogen. Yeah, and we're not even getting the anthracene that we need to do the hydrogen conversion, because these are all blocked on... Not getting pitch. We're not getting pitch because we're blocked on middle oil. And that's this, right? No, not that one. These ones. Yeah, blocked on aromatics. If I look at this, well, yeah, the aromatic pipe should be on and the gasoline one off. We just have to wait for this to run out of gasoline. As always, that is the problem, is I'm not burning fuels fast enough, which didn't think would be a problem. Turns out it is. Okay. Looking at all this, yeah, these are still working their way through, slowly being built, which is excellent. I think what I'm going to want is I need to bring up circuits and inductors. That's one of the things that I know I want. Should put assemblers on at least level 1s, maybe level 2s. I guess there's no reason not to put level 2s and make it just a handful of them up here. So I should do those. Oh, I still need to do pipes. Yeah, that's a thing. Some of these things I will soon be able to start disassembling down here. Will be cool. Let's grab a couple thousand belts, because we have a long, long way to go. We are going to get circuits up to the base. We are still hydrogen locked. All right. That's too bad. Wait. Did I never route this one up? Oh my god, I'm actually stupid. How's this doing? These are empty. Perfect. I expected that to happen, and I'm glad that it did. All right. With this now pumping out, yeah, this is running again. Okay. Perfect. Well, maybe not perfect, but functional. Functional is what matters. Let's get this going like that. Yeah, those are on fine side. And like that. That is going to be inductors and circuits. Let's get some upgrades going on some of this. This could all run a little bit faster. Let's see if I need... No. The gray outserter is fine. Perfect. And this will stop making circuits for a hot second while this belt has to fill up and buffer. I guess I could figure out a different outserter or put a splitter here instead of a box. Maybe I should do that. Let's do that. Yeah, let's take you to that, that, and that. You like that. There we go. That should do what I need. That'll be still making a buffer of these down here. I can always come grab from if I need it. And I really should also have a buffer down here, I guess. Yeah, doesn't matter. Okay, where do I want to dry this belt? How do I want to dry this belt? This belt needs to go to here. Can't really go through copper. If I started to disassemble some of this mall, the old mall, I would have more space to route things through here. I'm not sure if I'm ready to do that yet. I mean, maybe I am. I have inserters. Well, a few. I have a few belts. I have a lot of belts, actually. Yeah, this whole system is still kind of buffering and backing up, but yeah, things are still, I guess, buffering and backing up and filling up the various bits and bobs, but yeah, I can start to take some of this apart to make room to route this belt. Probably going to regret this choice, but I'm doing it. What can come down? This one. What am I... Why am I middle clicking on my inventory like I'm in Minecraft? Why do I always have so much raw coal? That's really the question. Let's do this dealio. Input priority. Few of these. And like that. There we go. And now I can always just dump raw coal up there. Coke, I can dump into these machines. Regular coal, I can dump into these. This... Oh, I can't get rid of that until I make rubber, which I'm nowhere near to. What else is... I keep middle clicking like I'm sorting my inventory in Minecraft. What else do I have in here that I can get rid of? I have a bunch of crap, but... let's go back down here, disassemble, continue disassembling. All right, that is a bunch of the stuff that I do have up at my base, or my new mall already. Eh? Oh, yeah, that's a thing that I should... There we go. Merge that stone output onto the other stone coming into the base. And this is set to be priority, right? Yeah, so this will always have stone to make these sand castings. Perfect. Okay. Always little things. I should probably check aluminum too. That's probably broken as well, because I left that in a known broken state. Yes. Perfect. Let's go down here and let's grab... Where is it? This. This is Yeah, this is also gravel, and we'll merge the aluminum with this. We can empty this into this. Let's see, where is the gravel? Up here. Okay. So this needs to go up. And over. All right, and this goes over. Merge those. And then I need to take this over here. If I do input priority on this side, this will be basically guaranteed to back up. Which should turn this on basically constantly. But I'm not sure that that is exactly what I want. I need to think about how I need to run this. Maybe I just don't have this be filtered at all anymore. Maybe I just, like, always run this? I don't know why I just... whatever. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 4, sure. Yeah, maybe I just always am running that to turn gravel into sand, and that's good enough. Let's get this out of here, or figure out how I want to route it in. Let's actually start at the in on this end. I think easier to work backwards. Yes, because I want to end up there. That is from here. Perfect. Yeah, we'll just do this. All right, and where's all of the gravel from this end that should be coming through? Ah. And then these just shouldn't be able to place anything if there's actually gravel coming down this from nickel and chromium. Okay. What is next for me? pretty soon, this is just going to be on all the time, which is great. We should have a lot more stone coming through as well, in theory, depending on how much my various systems are running. But, yeah. And the answer is, they're running somewhat. Is this still oxygen deprived? Yes, it is, unfortunately. And that's still due to hydrogen backup? Yeah. Doesn't look like these are running, so we're not... Yeah, we're still not even just making enough anthracene to consume the hydrogen. Yuck. Okay. More demand is the answer. But I think to really get more demand, I'm going to need to start pushing... start working on building out some new somethings. Probably trying to get to rubber? Yeah. I guess I should also be thinking about trying to get to algs. Oh, those need Relesias to make their food. And that's a whole thing. Okay, I'm going to need to spend some time in YAFC and work out that whole chain of Relesias to alg food to poop, which I assume I can do something with. Oh, that's right. And there's also the alg power plant. I forgot about that. Food plus a tired alg makes an alg. Yep. Or you just exhaust them and then murder them. That is also the option. Love it. I think, yeah, let's get the belts up for trying to make a little bit of room here for it to go through. I think I do have enough room now for it to come up here and kind of sneak its way up here. Maybe? Yeah, I think I can make that happen. Okay, so I want to grab it from here, get it over here, up alongside these ones, and then I can try to sneak it up through here, then over. Yeah, that's not great, but it'll do. All right. Dragon super long belts is my least favorite part of Pyanodons, but it needs to be done. Oops. Let's see. Yeah, this is about where I want it to be. This is atrocious spaghetti, and I have zero shame about it. Let's actually go this way and save some undergrounds. Okay. That is coming in now. Circuits and inductors. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It's gonna come in here. Okay. That is circuits and inductors hooked up to everything that needs them. Not gonna be able to do that. Well, I'll deal with it later. Once I figure out exactly how I want to route all the inputs down to this assembler, I will figure out. When I set this up, I think I was planning on this belt just being circuits, but that's clearly not the case. Now it has other stuff on it. It's a double-sided belt, so I can't sideload like that anymore. Have to treat it as its own thing. Let's make sure that that is gonna fill up. Yeah, alright. It's snaking its way up here. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. I'm reasonably confident it's correct from there. I'll see, though. So that's one more thing on this that is done. Let's see. Labs are something that I think are frequently used as an ingredient, so I should think about getting them set up. But I'm gonna call this, well, it's not done, but it's up and running with all the not quite all of the essentials. I should still put here, let's do this. Pipes and underflowies. All right. All right. That will be pipes and cool. Leave plenty, yeah, of pipes here buffered. Let's see, what can I do to assist with our iron situation here? This iron would be just output onto a belt that I can merge in over there. So let's take it along. And I guess down. Maybe not down. I want it like, well, up here where it can merge in with this belt. But that's not going to be convenient no matter what I do. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. There we go. That is one other source of iron plugged in. And on my to-do list, I have this pull resources from Upper Coal Plant. That is this. And I will have lots of iron coming off of this as well. When I route all of these things down to here. So, I think this is most of the essentials on a bus here. Obviously, I still need to route in aluminum. I still need to route in all my alloys. There's stuff to do to really finish this mall, but I'm going to call this sufficient progress for today on what I wanted to get done. So I think I'm going to call it here. Thanks to everyone who tuned in. Thank you if you're watching on YouTube. If you are watching on YouTube and would like to watch live, there's a link to my Twitch down in the doodly-doo. I stream Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1 p.m. and Saturdays at 10 a.m. U.S. Pacific time, and the Twitch calendar will turn that into your time zone for you if you click through. If you are watching on YouTube and want to leave a comment about anything that I did wrong or did right, I appreciate them, and I do read all of my comments and try to respond to them all. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all on Tuesday.